Yo, how's everybody doing? It's Way College Football Weekly. I am trying to give a rant about this. I just found myself repeating stuff over and over. So, we're talking about this committee, right? Initial reactions to all this is that the committee the system isn't working. The committee system is broken. There is clearly bias in the room. They don't know football, and these guys seriously think Oklahoma's defense is good. They said that. And that's all I needed to know. I mean, Oklahoma's defense is it's terrible. It's like the worst defense by far in the top 25. Okay, Ohio State's defense has its flaws here and there, but it's like an average defense, right? So let's just go over these rankings, right? My top four would have been Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Ohio State. And here's why. I'm obviously a Ohio State fan, but Ohio State, the past 2 weeks, Ohio State's a hottest team right now in college football. You can't say anything, right? They beat the crap out of Michigan, and Michigan's not that good, right? Oh, I forgot. But, literally 5 weeks ago, for 5 weeks straight, it was, Michigan's good, Michigan's going to win the playoff, Michigan's going to beat Ohio State, all this, their defense, all this crap, until Ohio State beats them, and then everyone's like, they suck, they're bad, Michigan's bad, I don't know why we thought they were good. Maybe just give Ohio State some credit. For once, give Ohio State credit for actually pulling off a good win. I mean, jeezy, dude. It's always, Michigan sucks. Harbaugh choked. He sucks. No, maybe Urban Meyer did a hell of a job coaching, and these guys on Ohio State found their potential finally and are playing like a top 4 team. I understand how he put Michigan in the top 4 for God knows how long. How many weeks was it? 4 weeks in a row? And then the team destroys them. It wasn't like a close win. It was over after like the third quarter. It was over. And we'll move them up to about 6. It hurts my brain, dude. And the fact that they moved down Northwestern 2 spots before this championship weekend told me all I needed to know about the committee. That the committee hates the Big Ten. They don't want the Big Ten in. They're going to either try to put 2 SEC teams in or they're going to put in the Big 12. That's what they're going to do. Because Oklahoma, Alabama. Ooh, what a matchup. Kyler Murray and Tua. That's going to be crazy. No, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. Wow, it's going to be a fun first quarter when it's 21-7. Wow. Don't be shocked when Oklahoma can't get over 30 points. Seriously, they couldn't get above 40 against Texas defense. It hurts me, dude. And people say Oklahoma could have did the same thing Ohio State did to Michigan. No, they couldn't have. Is Texas defense that good, really? Seriously. Yeah, it's good. It's good for the Big 12. It's a little above average, I'd say. But come on. Seriously. Oklahoma's best wins were gifted to them by the refs. If you guys watched the West Virginia game last week, the guy was blocking the guy out of bounds. They called back like a 60-yard run because of that. Next play, fumble recovered for a touchdown. Oklahoma wins because of that. This week, they had 128 penalty yards against Texas, and they missed so many pass interference calls on Oklahoma's defense. It was obvious. People were throwing beer cans on the field. Like, no, you don't just throw crap on the field when it's a perfectly good game. These refs in the Big 12 were told, get Oklahoma to the playoff at all costs. And that's what they did. Because both those teams didn't look that good. Texas, not a top 15. Not a top 15 team. I don't care what you say. They're not a top 15 team. Oklahoma struggled with them, despite what the score says. It was back and forth. They didn't really have clear control. If they can't take care of Texas decisively, get the hell out of the playoffs. Get the hell out of the playoffs. You can't handle a top 15 team decisively. As for Georgia, the top 3 I'm fine with. Notre Dame, we'll see. They need to back it up. If they can handle their business against Clemson, keep it close, 1-2 score game, I'll be fine with it. But if they get blown out, they're done. They can never get in the playoff again unless they join a conference. As for Georgia and Alabama, Kirby Smart is such a baby, dude. He is like a child raging because he, lost. It's funny. It's like, if you don't let us in, and you're not picking the 4 best teams. Nick Saban doesn't want to see us again. Buddy, Nick Saban can count on you choking in the fourth quarter no matter what. Okay? You choked in the fourth quarter last year in the championship game, and you choked in the fourth quarter this year. Okay? And this is probably the worst Alabama team I've seen show up. Seriously, this is the worst Alabama team I've seen play. Tua played awful the whole game. If Jalen Hurts probably started the game, Alabama probably would have won by 14, 21, easy. I mean, I don't get why people thought Georgia was a 4th-best team. Seriously, Georgia had its chance, right? It had its chance to win. It had its chance. If they won, they were in. If they lost, they were out. It's simple. It's simple. You had control. You were winning at halftime by 2 touchdowns, and you choked and you lost. You lost. You're out. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to Kirby Smart. He had his chance to win. He's out. You're not going to get a second chance. This isn't the NFL. Okay? Michigan's still 7, despite getting blown out by Ohio State, only 1 spot lower. And then they're keeping, so that's a top, 7. They beat the number 7 team. They beat the number 12 team, Penn State. Texas dropped down 1 spot. Same with Northwestern at 22. I mean, if you're comparing resumes, the only thing you can bring up is the loss to Purdue. And it's funny. Yes, the loss to Purdue was infuriating. But look at this whole Ohio State season as a whole. How can you leave them out? How can you leave them out if you seriously watched the game the past 2 weeks and how this team responded from Maryland to almost losing to Maryland to beating down the number 1 defense and beating down a very good Northwestern team? I believe it's a top 10 defense or top 15 something. Don't quote me on that, but this Northwestern team only lost by 10 to Notre Dame. Right? This Northwestern team 7-1 in the past 8 7-2 now in the past 9 games. They're a tough team. They're a defensive team, and Ohio State scored 45 on them. Yet again, Dwayne Haskins thrown for 499 yards. And Tua is better. I forgot. Tua is better because if he stayed in the game, they would have lost, but his backup came in and they won. Tua had the worst game I've seen by the top 3 candidates. I think it's between Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins at this point. And the fact that you can turn in your ballot before championship weekend, the biggest game of the year probably for most teams, is so stupid because those 10% voted Tua because, Tua's the best thing that ever happened to Alabama. It's the best thing. It's the best thing. Best quarterback ever. See what happens? We saw him get exposed. He's got no awareness. 1st and 10. He would rather take a sack. He's trying so hard to make a play, he takes a sack or throws a pick or does something stupid. Tua, to me, got exposed big. He got exposed. His awareness and his football IQ, frankly, is just very lacking. And, I mean, he's got another year to fix that, but to me, he's not the best. At this point in the year, Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray, it's a thin line, but those two are the best football players in college football. I was watching Ohio State, Northwestern. I'm like, Dwayne Haskins, he reminds me of that Deshaun Watson from Clemson. He reminds me of Deshaun Watson. People might hate on me for that, but hey, when you got the best player, you can win games. And Ohio State, I feel like, could have won the championship this year, and they're not going to have a chance. And I feel like we need to expand the playoff. I know what people are saying, make the regular season not count, but these teams I think UCF and Ohio State this year, right? 2 teams that should have had a chance and didn't. So maybe just make it a 16 playoff. I know that's weird because you give the number 1 and 2 teams bye weeks. So maybe that'd be a little unfair, but 18 playoff, who knows? It's weird. I kind of like the 14 playoff, but hey, BCS, put the BCS back in. I'm fine with it, honestly, because this committee has biases. It's got stuff going on in that room. I don't even want to know what they're talking about because they don't know football. The man came out and said Oklahoma's defense made plays and thinks the Oklahoma defense is good, made improvements. I don't know if we're watching the same games, to be honest. What is he watching, dude? What's going through his mind? Wow, they tackled the guy in the end zone for a safety. That's one good play all fucking year. Meanwhile, you give up 40 to Kansas, 56 to West Virginia. Dear Lord. Their offense didn't look that good either. I could go on forever. Forever. I could go on forever about how this committee's flawed. And you're probably never going to have a perfect system. And I'm biased because I like Ohio State. But honestly, after the Maryland game and the Nebraska game and all these games, I was kind of losing faith. I'm like, it's just not our season, man. I was kind of start losing care a little bit. I was like, yeah, whatever, you know. It's not a good year for Ohio State, whatever. But after that Michigan game, I'm like, hey, this team's it. This team's a real deal. And we get tossed aside in the Rose Bowl. So Lord have mercy on Washington. It's about to be a beat down. Okay? Another top 10 win incoming. Oklahoma, Lord have mercy on them. Same with Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame and Oklahoma are about to have some ugly losses coming up. And yeah, I mean, an 18 playoff, maybe, I don't know. Because it would tarnish the regular season a bit. It would. I wish you could do a 16 playoff without having bye weeks, but you just can't. Or can you? Wait, no, you can't. Yeah, I was doing the math. But yeah, you just can't. Yeah, I mean, 18 playoff would be cool. I just don't think it's going to happen. I like the 4-team system, though. I do, because it makes every game matter still. Despite, you know, people could say Alabama can lose and all that, but I do believe teams like Ohio State and UCF, I would like to see them play a championship game in the championship game. Give UCF a chance against a Clemson or Ohio State a chance against an Alabama. I think Ohio State would have definitely given Alabama a better game. I won't speak too soon, but right now I think Oklahoma doesn't stand a chance the way they've been playing. They don't look good. I'll tell you that right now. They don't look that good, like that good of a team. Yes, their offense is great. Jalen Hurts is gonna have a field day against Jalen Hurts. Can have a field day on the Oklahoma defense, right? Tua is gonna have a field day. It's gonna be. They're gonna score 60 points on the defense, and Oklahoma can only probably not even score 30. It's eye candy, and it's going to be terrible. Ohio State, I think it would be bouncing back, right back and forth, similar to that 2014 game. Like 42, 49, something like that. Close game. That's it, man. That's it. Change it. Change it. I'm done. Clear the committee room out. Get new people in. Don't put athletic directors in charge. They don't know football. That's it. Let me know what you guys thought of the rankings. I know there's so many people out there. Some people thought, yeah, good for Georgia. Some people thought Georgia should have been in. Some people should have thought Oklahoma was in. Some people thought Ohio State should be in. Yeah, that's it. If you want it, yeah. Subscribe for more, like, peace out. Lord have mercy on us all.